Right, we're live. Oh, that's good. Hello, everybody. Um, so I just thought I'd come online. I wanted to see if I could do a stream using OBS and just generally get a bit organised. I've been playing around with iTrain, so wanted to just give that a go. And see if I can do a stream where I can talk to you and show some trains running as well. So let me see if I can get a train going. There we go. What fun! So what I've been doing is using iTrain. I'll try to get iTrain working. I'm doing all the sort of calibrating the. What's it called? You know, calibrating the loco and do the speed testing and all that stuff. So that the idea is to be able to get the trains to stop in just the right place. And that's a bit tricky, really. You've got to set the blocks up. You've got to sort of say how long things are and all that stuff. Anyway, I've found that all a bit difficult, but I've learned a few things as I've been going, so that's good. Now I think just while we get too into this, I'm just going to mess around a bit with odds. Let me put that over there for myself. Over there. There we go. That's not going to do any harm, is it? So I can stick my hand just here. There we go, so you can see that. And I can run a train back and forth. So hopefully the stream's working. Oh dear. Check the video resolution. Perhaps there's a problem with the video resolution. Looks like I disconnected and reconnected there. I don't know what that was all about. There we go. I think actually the one camera's not terribly well in focus. In fact, it looks like both the cameras aren't well in focus. So I might just try and fiddle with the focus a little bit. Oh, actually, maybe that's not so bad. That's just a bit better. Who knows? It's a long shot. It'd be nice actually if someone was able to tell me whether the sound's working as well. That's something I often struggle with. But hopefully it's all right. Resolution which is not optimal. Rotated. Right. Oh, there we go. So lots of drama armor on the stream, but I'll have to figure it out. If I say if everything's all right and you can hear me, do say so. Put something in the trap. Does that help? Right. So I think what I want to do then is just to get iTrain running and see if I can get iTrain to drive the train, and then we can have a bit of fun with that. So set a few things up probably. Including getting a license key sorted out. That'll take a little while. I was trying to make a video about iTrain as well. That'll take a bit of organising. There we go. So I got a trial license for iTrain, and that's because I'm using Digitrax controller. It uses LocoNet, and apparently iTrain won't work with LocoNet unless you get a license of some sort, because LocoNet's proprietary system. So there's a royalty or whatever they have to pay on the software in order to use it. It's a bit of a shame. There we go. Right, so that's all going back and forward. That's all nice. Now, what I can do is move the trainer. At the moment, I'm moving the trainer around using the controller. But what I can do is stop that and move the train around using iTrain. I suppose this isn't great because you can't see the iTrain screen, but you know, never mind. Right, now the first thing is I need to connect the computer to iTrain. So this is the USB cable that comes from a layout. So I can just plug it into my laptop somewhere. Okay. So plug that in, and then I can say connect, and I believe it's connected. I can just tell the system where the train is, I think, which block it's in, and now tell it to go to another block. So tell it to go there. Maybe it'll start moving on its own. There we go. That's a lot of fun. Now the big question is it going to stop in the right place? And that's something I've been struggling with. And in order to get it to stop in the right place, I've got to both accurately measure all the blocks, and I've also got to calibrate the loco. There we go, and actually you can't see it because it's got a camera. That has actually stopped pretty much where I want it, but at least it's stopped before the end of the block, which is the issue. Let me tell it to go back somewhere. Okay, I'm talking to you. Okay. So this is all pretty excellent. Let's just tell it to go back there. Yeah, I know this would obviously be better if you could see the screen. But there we go. But I can talk to you about it anyway. So here comes the train. So basically, I've got some two blocks you can see on my layout. if I reposition the camera, you'll be able to see more. But anyway, where the train is just now, it's just come off one block, which sort of goes uphill to the far end, and now it's coming back down on another block, which brings it downhill. Now this is what caused me a lot of problems, because in order to calibrate the loco, you have to drive it across several blocks. You've got to have several blocks so next to each other, and you measure them exactly, and then the computer drives the train across from one block to the other, and it times them over the blocks, and it drives it at all different speeds, and so it sort of calibrates the loco. There you go, it's just stopped again. That's brilliant. It calibrates the loco, so that's good. And then it knows exactly how fast it goes at every speed step, so it can then keep track and stop in just the right place, because it knows how long the blocks are and how fast it's going and all that stuff. So the problem I had was that I haven't got enough track laid that's flat to do these calibrations very well. So I was doing the calibrations on the inclines, and of course it goes a little bit slower going up the inclines, and then a little bit faster going down the inclines. So my calibration wasn't right, and that meant that it was stopping just beyond the end of the blocks. And in fact, in the end, what I was able to do is find a single block that was flat and use that for some of the calibrations. And having done that, I've managed to get the stopping round about the right place. So I am pretty pleased about that. Right, let me see if I can get it to stop at the top of the hill. I've already done this before. Let me see what happens if I do this. So it's gonna. Can you see my hand? Hold on. Can you see my hand? Yeah. So it's gonna come up here, and then stop at the far end there. Hopefully. I don't know what's going to do anything. Well, that's not bad. I mean, it's stopped sort of where it needs to be, but not quite. That makes me wonder why it's all the way out there. The trouble is, it's gone on to the points at the end. So that's not really what I want. That might be because I need to configure the blocks somehow. Let me see if I can fiddle around with configuring the block. Switchboard. Block. So it knows the length. Give it a to it where to stop. Feedback. There we go. Use positions. Right, so the whole length of the thing is 261 centimeters, apparently. So if I tell it to break 161 centimeters, it'll start slowing down a meter from the end. and then say I want it to stop 20 centimeters from the end. So maybe that'll work. So let me save that. So that's the setting I've changed on this block. And then I just move it back from where it is. Okay. Back onto the previous block, and then I'll try that again and see if it stops just sort of beyond where it is. What I might do is I'll just I'll give this run a go, and then I'll get the camera and wave the camera about so you can see a bit more of what's going on. Okay. So let me move it on to that. Okay. So I'll get the camera. Ooh. So here's a train, and it's just going up that incline there. What I'm hoping is it will stop 20 centimeters from the point at the end there. We'll see. 70s and it's not. It's stopped on the point. Which isn't what I wanted at all. Right, what I'm going to do, let me just right. Let me go and fiddle with the settings again. Tell you what, let me just move the train back. So there it was. While it's doing that, I'm going to fiddle with the switchboard. Well, that's interesting. I said the stop position was 20 centimeters in, which is obviously nonsense. It went 20 centimeters from the end, but I need to say 241, which is 20 centimeters from the full 261. So let me try that. Yeah. All right. So let me show you what I'm doing. Don't know how well this is going to work. You can see the screen or not, but I can take the train here. I can drag it from that block to this block. I turn it to front so it goes slowly, and it's now going to start moving. So it's up to speed, and it's keeping track of its position. And if I show you the actual train, it's now moving along the track. So that's all good. See, it says so it's supposed to stop at 241. It's coming up 221, 31. but it's stopped at 261, or what it thinks is 261, which is the length of the block. But I've told it to stop at 241. So that's a bit frustrating. Maybe I'll find somewhere to put the camera. Oh, there. Actually, that's all right. Check. There we go. Right, I'll move it back, get it out of the way. So the question is, why is it not an over change? And that's because I set it up for the previous direction. We don't want the previous means going backwards. We want to set this up for the next direction. So let me change that. Alright, change both of those. So hopefully I'll give that another go now. Maybe that'll work, maybe it won't. Right. See what's what. It's trying. So we drag it over. Start moving in front. Probably not in focus, is it? Anyway, that's that. Right, and I'm gonna have a look on screen. So 150, 160. So slowing down, you can hear the 220, 230, 241. Brilliant. And that stopped at 241, which is around about where I want to stop. Before the end there. So that's sort of good. That's sort of good. If I tell it to drive on to the next block, it should stop before the end of that block as well. I'll tell it to drive at speed this time. Okay. It's whizzing along. Oh, brilliant. Is it going to stop? There you go, and that stopped just before the end of the point. That's fantastic. That's fantastic. All right. All right. Let me see if I can move it back. What happens when I now move it back to the previous block? I'm not sure it knows. Well, it does know how long this previous block is, so it should be able to stop it reasonably near the end of it. But I haven't I haven't given it a stopping position. Well, actually, I did, because I misconfigured it, but I think I cleared that off properly. So it's saying 40 centimeters in, 50, 60, 80, 90. Because is it going to stop just at the end of the block? That's what I want to know. $200, $220, $230, $240, and it's stopped there, but it's stopped with an error. So, oops, let me see if I can show you this. Right. So it's stopped where it has, but that's because it's gone on to the next block. It thinks it's 140 centimeters along. Which is about right. Because we going the other way, it's 240 centimeters. So it might be I've configured this block incorrectly and I've got the wrong length in. So I think I need to go and rework out what the length of this this block is, and then check that. So there's several things you have to do. You have to set up the length of the block. You've also got to sort of set up the logo correctly. Oops, actually, you've got to see what the length of the logo is, and you've got to tell it where the pickups are from the front and the back. So you've got to pick up on this back wheel, and front pickups just there as well. So it knows how far away that is. And obviously it's because this back wheel's gone on to the next block and it's drawn current, that's why it knows it's gone too far. Yeah, so more fiddling around really, but I think I'm getting there. Anyway, there we go. So I just wanted to do a little stream and have a go playing around with two cameras and using OBS and some stuff like that, and using iTrain. So I think I've learned a few things. Probably need to position the camera slightly better somewhere and so on, but we're getting there. Anyway, well, thanks for watching, and I'll see you another time. So I'm working on a sort of full video on all this iTrain stuff, and I'll get screen capturing and show you what I'm doing. But that may take a couple of weeks to get ready. Anyway, like I say, yeah, thanks for joining me. I'll see you next time. All right, bye.